Mom's sick, so I came instead. The morning sun streamed through the tall windows of the Sterling corporate tower, casting long shadows across the marble floor of the 42nd floor. In the corner office, behind walls of glass and steel, sat William Sterling, CEO of Sterling Industries. His silver hair was perfectly combed, his navy suit pressed to perfection, and his eyes focused intently on the quarterly reports spread across his mahogany desk. William had built his empire from nothing. 25 years of 12-hour days, missed dinners, and sacrificed weekends had transformed a small construction company into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. At 58, he commanded respect in every boardroom he entered. His word was law. His time was precious, and his schedule was always full. This particular Tuesday morning was no different. 3 back-to-back meetings, a conference call with investors, and a presentation to the board of directors. Margaret, his secretary, had already reminded him twice about his tight schedule. Everything was planned to the minute, controlled and predictable. That's when the knock came. It wasn't the confident rap of a business associate, or the hurried tap of Margaret bringing urgent documents. This knock was soft, hesitant, almost timid. William looked up from his reports, his brow furrowing slightly. His morning was already behind schedule. "Come in," he called out, expecting to see Margaret with another stack of papers requiring his signature. Instead, the heavy oak door opened slowly, and a small figure stepped inside. It was a little girl, no more than 8 years old, with shoulder-length brown hair that caught the morning light. She wore a simple pink dress with white flowers, slightly wrinkled as if she had traveled a long way. Her small hands clutched a worn manila envelope against her chest, and her eyes, large and earnest, met his with surprising directness. For a moment, William forgot about quarterly reports and board meetings. He had seen many things in his years as CEO, but never this. The girl stood there quietly, taking in the enormous office with its leather furniture, crystal awards, and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. "I'm sorry, little one," William said gently, setting down his pen. "I think you might be lost. Are you looking for someone?" The girl took a careful step forward, her small shoes making barely a sound on the thick carpet. "Are you Mr. Sterling?" she asked, her voice clear but soft. "Yes, I am," William replied, genuinely curious now. "What's your name?" "I'm Emma," she said, straightening her shoulders as if gathering courage. "Emma Rodriguez. My mom was supposed to come see you today, but she's sick, so I came instead." William leaned back in his chair, studying the serious expression on the child's face. Rodriguez, the name was familiar, but he couldn't quite place it. His company employed over 3,000 people across multiple locations. "Your mother works for Sterling Industries?" he asked. Emma nodded earnestly. "She cleans the offices at night, in the Thompson building downtown. She's been working there for 3 years. The girl paused, then added with obvious pride, "She says she keeps your buildings beautiful." Now William remembered. The Thompson building housed their accounting department and several satellite offices. He had received reports about the exceptional cleanliness of that facility, how it always looked immaculate despite heavy foot traffic. He had never given much thought to who was responsible for maintaining those standards. "I see," William said slowly. "And why did your mother want to see me?" Emma's grip tightened on the envelope. "She wanted to ask you something important. She's been working extra hours, saving up money for my school. There's a program for kids like me, kids who are good at math and science, but it costs money. We don't have." The girl's words came out in a rush now, as if she had practiced them many times. "Mom says I'm smart. My teacher says so too, but the program starts next month, and Mom has been working double shifts to try to save enough. She's been so tired lately, and yesterday she got really sick." William felt something stir in his chest, an unfamiliar sensation. "So you decided to come in her place?" "Yes, sir," Emma said, her chin raised with determination. "I know the way, because sometimes Mom brings me to work when she can't find a babysitter. I waited until I knew you'd be here, and I asked the security guard very nicely. He said it was okay because my mom works here." The CEO found himself smiling slightly. The security guard, probably Eddie, who had grandchildren of his own, had bent the rules for this brave little girl. "That was very thoughtful of you, Emma, but this is a very big building, and my office is way up here. How did you find your way?" "I asked people," Emma said simply. "Everyone was very nice. The lady at the front desk told me which elevator to take, and the man in the elevator told me which floor. When I got lost in the hallway, another lady showed me where your office was." William realized that this small girl had navigated her way through his corporate fortress with nothing but politeness and determination. She had accomplished what seasoned business professionals sometimes found intimidating. "You're very brave, Emma," he said sincerely. "Tell me about this program your mother wants to help you join." Emma's face lit up for the first time since entering the office. "It's called Future Scientists. Kids get to work with real scientists and learn about computers and space and medicine. My teacher said I could be really good at it because I love numbers and asking questions about how things work." She held out the envelope with both hands. "Mom wrote you a letter. She explained everything better than I can. She said you might understand because you built this whole company from nothing. just like she's trying to build something better for me. William accepted the envelope, noting how carefully it had been sealed, how neatly his name was written across the front in careful cursive. He opened it slowly and read the letter inside. Maria Rodriguez had written about her daughter's exceptional grades, her curiosity about the world, and her dreams of becoming a scientist. She had also written about the long hours she worked, the pride she took in her job, and her hope that Mr. Sterling might consider a small scholarship program for children of employees. When William looked up, Emma was watching him patiently, her hands folded in front of her. There was no pleading in her expression, no desperation, just quiet hope and the same dignity her mother had shown in her letter. "Emma," William said slowly, "your mother is right. You are very smart, and you're also very brave for coming here today." He stood up from his desk and walked to the window, looking out at the city below. Somewhere out there, Maria Rodriguez was sick in bed, probably worried about her daughter and the opportunity that seemed just out of reach. Here in his office stood that daughter, small but unafraid, carrying her family's hopes with a determination that had once driven him to build his empire. When William turned back to Emma, his decision was already made. "I'm going to call your mother and tell her not to worry about the program fees. Sterling Industries will take care of it." Emma's eyes widened. "Really, really," William said. "And I'm going to do something else too. I'm going to start a scholarship, a fund for all the children of our employees who show promise like you do. Your mother gave me a very good idea." Tears began to form in Emma's eyes, but she blinked them back. "Thank you, Mr. Sterling. Mom is going to be so happy." "There's just one thing I need you to promise me," William said, crouching down to Emma's level. "I need you to promise that you'll work hard in that program and follow your dreams of becoming a scientist. Can you do that?" "I promise," Emma said, solemnly. As William walked Emma back to the elevator, he realized that his carefully planned Tuesday morning had been completely disrupted. His quarterly reports lay unfinished on his desk. His meetings would have to be rescheduled, and his entire day was now off track. He had never been happier about a disruption in his life. Sometimes, he thought as he watched the elevator doors close on Emma's bright smile, the most important appointments are the ones that aren't on your calendar.